We are the Knicks of Resonate Community Church, and we are here to talk to you about community groups at Resonate.
So our community groups, we meet once a week for a couple of hours, and that's where we can really start to focus on the ABCs of our community at Resonate. And the first is A, application and prayer.
And really, our goal in this one is just what it says. We want to focus on applying the Bible to life. We all just heard a sermon on Sunday, and we really want to take that sermon and understand what it was about, but then go deeper than just understanding what it was about. We want to really apply it to our lives, that each person would hopefully have a takeaway and something they want to do in their lives because of it. And then we want to be praying for each other in the way that we can apply what we just learned, praying for each other about life concerns, and really just praying for each other that we each would be doing well in our lives about making much of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that brings us to our B, which is building relationships and encouragement. That we really have a desire that people would specifically build relationships. And what type of relationships? We have friendships, we have all kinds of relationships in life. But we want people to build relationships where we care about the way that we're living our lives. We care about the way that we're making much of Jesus, and we focus on that, and that we would encourage each other along in our life.
And that brings us to a C, care and accountability.
And really the care part of that has to do with just that caring for one another. That whatever concerns, whatever things are going on in your life, we want to be there for each other. That would be my goal, that if someone has a life crisis, that the pastor of the church is not the first person that they would contact. That somebody who's in their community group with them becomes so meaningful to them that their community group are the people who circle around them and pray for them, visit them in the hospital, and the pastor may not find out about it till the next day, and that's okay, because they have these group of people who are caring for them and really love them. And then also talks about accountability, care and accountability, that we really do begin to open up with people and have those authentic relationships where we're really willing to share where we struggle and have someone hold us accountable to that.
Absolutely. This is actually where the rubber meets the road. We want to grow closer to God, but in order to do that, we need to keep each other accountable. And I know it can be a scary thing, but in time, I hope that you'll be able to open up enough so that you can share those tough things and really be an encouragement to each other during that time, because it's good to know other people struggle with the things I struggle with.
If you're coming, this can sound really scary. We're not gonna call on you and be like, hey, Tim, you haven't shared today, and you've not shared last week. It's really your turn to talk, that other people feel weird that you're not talking. We're not gonna call on you. We're not gonna make you talk if you don't feel comfortable. Come and do what's comfortable for you. Because really, the early church, they did meet in large groups, but they also met in smaller groups, house to house. And these community groups are crucial for us at Resonate in meeting house to house and having that smaller sense of community.
Right, and it's not really like a theological debate that we're having every week. It's really how is Christ living in your life today?
It's us learning how to make much of Jesus Christ, learning how to find our delight and satisfaction in Him, and pushing each other along to do that as well.
Absolutely.
If you make a good dessert and you want to bring it with you, you're welcome to do that. We'd love to meet you, and we really hope that you check out our community groups.
One of the things I like about Resonate is our community groups. I like when we get together as a group on Monday nights to be able to go over the sermon.
One thing that I noticed right off the bat was that everyone was willing to be vulnerable with each other. People were talking about issues that they had, or that their family or friends had, or that they were dealing with, and it was real stuff.
It was really neat. We had some experiences recently through women's group and small group where people were just sharing what's going on in their life, and we were able to walk them through scripture that would be helpful for them.
These community groups were a way for me to get to know people in the congregation better. We got to share, what I do for a living, and then we, developed some common interests, and just helped me to get connected with the church.
To know that I'm in a safe place around people that love me, and it's given me the freedom to talk about things that I normally don't talk about at my house. I really appreciate that.